It is the mission of the University of St. Thomas, or a Thomasian for that matter, to spread the light. So it's a very meaningful praise, no? To spread the light. Ano pang identity natin as Thomasians? This one. Triac. Triac. The three last things, sabi ni St. Paul. There are three last things: faith, hope, and charity. No? Ano yun ang faith? Yung may cross. No? The cross is a symbol of our faith. Christian faith. Hope, yung may hawak na anchor. Yan, may anchor yan. No? Yung nasa gitna. The symbol of hope is the anchor. Sabi ni St. Paul, all our hopes are anchored in God. And then, of course, yung charity, love. Nakikita ba masyado? Di makita masyado. So, charity, meron siyang kayakap na destitute na bata. Ayan, di ba? Tignan nyo rin dun sa may Torre lang, Santo Tomas, ng main building. So what is the identity of the Thomasians? Okay, faith. First, faith. A Thomasian artist is full of faith. He believes in his giftedness, and it comes from the Almighty God. Out of God's goodness, he is endowed with the unique gift of creating things by the work of his hands. His sense of gratitude inspires him to develop his God-given gifts and use them to the fullest. His artistic endeavor is a lifetime search for what is good, beautiful, and true. Competence is the result of faith because a Thomasian artist believes in himself and in what he can accomplish through his untiring effort to develop his skills and potentials, thus earning a strong sense of self-determination and reliance, while trusting God's providential care and unending graces. If God is with us, who can be against us? That's a profession of faith. If God is with us, who can be against us? The next one is hope. A Thomasian artist is a man of hope. He always looks to the brighter side of life and ventures into preaching or reaching higher goals with a greater sense of responsibility. He is an agent of transformation for a better community and a better future, a messenger of hope and goodwill, of peace and harmony. He is a promoter of culture and lover of nature and environment, a preacher of values and of noble things through his works of art. The virtue of hope shapes the Thomasian artist's commitment to service and goodwill anchored in the love of God and neighbors. Because God, the source of hope, fills man's heart with joy and peace. Okay, so we have faith, we have hope, now we have charity. A Thomasian artist is a man of love, nurtured and inspired by the love of God and neighbor. He figures that he can contribute to the common welfare and uses his giftedness for the benefit of others and humanity. He is other-centered and develops a spirit of compassion. His generosity impels him to share his blessings with the needy and the less privileged. Counting his blessings, he abides by the counsel of the Divine Master. The gifts you have received, give as a gift. Okay? So remember that. Faith, hope, and charity. Ano na yun? Competence, commitment, and compassion. Okay. Remember those three. When you leave UST, what will be your legacy? Okay, what is a legacy? Something that you can leave behind. Diba? So the Dominican legacy becomes now our Tomasian identity. Ito yan. What is legacy? First of all, it is a gift of goodwill, material or any other valuable property, an heirloom, or something coming from the past left behind for posterity. A valuable treasure, something received from an ancestor or predecessor that would benefit the next generation. Okay, the example of a legacy. We have material things as a legacy. Ano yun? Yung mga pamana ito ng mga magulang, no? Sa inyo, ano bang mamanahin niyo sa mga magulang niyo? A rich legacy of business enterprise, money, properties, house and lot, jewelries, okay, material things, no? Another legacy is intellectual. A rich legacy of knowledge and learning. Ito yung binibigay sa inyo ng mga prof ninyo. Kaya kahit masungit, kahit terror, meron pa rin silang legacy. Ang tanong, meron pa kayong natutunan? No? That's your legacy. That's the legacy of your professors. No? Scientific legacy. A rich legacy of inventions, innovations, discoveries, or breakthrough. Political. Mga politicians naman. Anong legacy ang iwanan nila sa mga taong bayan? A legacy of freedom, independence, good governance, peace and order. Okay, peace and order. Huwag naman patay ng tao. Parang mga manok. For the sake of peace and order. Okay? That's political legacy. About cultural, a legacy of civilization, social norms, moral values, and traditions. Okay. So it's a gift left behind by a predecessor. The present and the future enjoy the fruits of the labors and sacrifices of their predecessors. Perhaps the prevailing character of those who are left behind as successors and beneficiaries is a sense of pride and fulfillment and sense of gratitude for a well-deserved gift. Okay? May mga legacy yung mga iniwan sa atin ng former alumni, Tomasian alumni, and we can see them, no? In UST. Lalo na Tomasian artists. Later on, makikita natin. So what is the Dominican legacy? The legacy of Saint Dominic came to fulfillment in the figure, you remember, of the black and white dog with a torch in its mouth running around the world. And Dominic's gift to the world is a tireless, wandering, preaching order, announcing the good news of salvation, enlightening the minds clouded by disbelief and errors of faith. He left behind an order of preaching friars as legacy to the church and to the world. His brethren would be scattered around the world to evangelize by preaching and teaching and establishing Christian communities. The order has therefore become instrumental in the moral, spiritual, intellectual, and even the cultural development of the nation they have evangelized. So the greatest, maybe, legacy of the Dominicans in the country would be Catholic education, symbolized by these two seals. Ayan. University of Santo Tomas, Colegio de San Juan de Letran, our sister school. Now, is that all? Schools? Okay, the early Dominicans, maybe if you come from these places, the churches would be familiar to you, no? The Dominican missionaries also founded the first Christian communities, particularly in Bataan, Zambales, Pangasinan, Central Luzon, Cagayan Valley, and Batanes Islands. Ayan. Puro ba nakita nyo na yan, no? Who comes from Tamawilis in the north. Isabela, Abukay in Bataan, Bimbali in Pangasinan, no? And this one, Batanes. And at the same time, the legacy of the Dominicans is the propagation of the Holy Rosary. This one, Our Lady of Lanabal. I know during your first year, you experience procession, no? Lanabal procession. And up in the north, we have Our Lady of the Rosary of Manawan. Okay? So yung legacy ng mga Dominicans. Catholic schools, Letran College, University of Santo Tomas, meron pang Aquinas School in San Juan. Other schools run by sisters, Dominican sisters. Siena College, Dominican School. So, Angelicum School. So those are the schools established by the Dominicans. What about our legacy? Our legacy. Your legacy. Kayo mga estudyante, anong iiwanan nyo sa UST? Napag-isip-isip na ba kayo kung ano? Ito, I'll give you an example. Nakita nyo na to, di ba? Nakita nyo na yan? Saan? Medicine auditor. Alam niyo bang gumawa yan, mga taga-sipad? That's their legacy. Iniwanan nila. May iniwanan sila sa